told y'all we're gonna try and do a few videos a week. So this seems to be the thing going on right now. It rained last night, so we had to bog the work truck down this morning when we got here. So we are trying to unstick it. I mean, it's gonna come right out. The ditches are really, really deep, and down here in the bottom is really, really soft. Really, really soft. I might have to pull my rubber tire head. Well, you don't, woodwhacker boy. Yeah. She just needs a little encouragement. Whoa, skidder driver. Go backwards, skidder driver. Alright, so we got that out. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff. So,
hang on a minute.
What?
It ain't got no gas in it. That's what's wrong with it. I done told y'all.
Well, that's for TikTok. This is for YouTube.
Oh, well, it ain't got no gas in it.
Okay, well, so hang on. First of all, they didn't know it was you back. I didn't tell them the other day when I posted a video of you cutting. Oh. Everybody thought you were Steven for a minute there or whatever.
Now everybody see my bald head, Mickey.
So, if y'all ain't been TikTok and y'all ain't figured it out yet, Brady's back. And he's not Brady. We call him the woodwhacker. You going by the woodwhacker boy or woodwhacker guy?
Hey.
Woodwhacker guy.
Can I get some of that swinging juice?
Yeah, I guess. It's $4.09 a gallon, though.
Well, I want about 90 gallons of it.
Okay. Well, you worked. I guess I'll give it to you on this one because you worked all week on that 90 gallons. Yeah. So, hang on, Setman's back there. Hey, he's moving truck. So, yeah, anyway, Brady's back out here. He's been here for, what have you been here for now? 6 weeks? 7 weeks? A little over a month. Yeah. So, he come back home. Like, what was that movie, Homeward Bound? What is he doing? Is he trying to run us over?
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound? I think he's trying to run us over. I know he's trying to run us over now. You drive like Dwayne. No? No? Okay. So anyway, let's review what's going on here.
I don't know what is it?
Well, I guess you're fixing to learn with YouTube, huh? I'm not gonna say we've reached the final resting point of our 718, but we are definitely at the getting close to the end of her run, for us anyway. She can be rebuilt, she can be still reused and everything else, but I'm just starting to get a lot of little issues wrong with it, and it's really not going to be worth my my time and money. So, I guess long story short here, short story long, as I usually like to go. It's one of the things TikTok don't like about me is, we'll do it like that way y'all can look at the machine in the background. Anyway, TikTok don't like me over there because I talk too much, they say, so. My videos are too long, woodwhacker guy. We've been running wheel shear pretty regular, and she just seems to start developing more and more issues. one of the little issues that we had on it the other day was, it's nothing major. It's nothing major at all. It was like the other day, it had the little computer screen and the dash went bad, and they changed it, and she's just starting to burn more diesel than what a rubber tire should be burning. You know, it
looks like an old crackhead. She's missing a couple of teeth.
She's got some teeth missing. She's got some slack in places that it really don't need slack. Stuff like that.
She needs to do some Kegels.
I don't even know if Kegels is going to help that one at this point. But anyway, so we're she's starting to develop a lot of little issues. She's got this weird little issue where she just sometimes randomly dies when you're letting it sit there and idle. And I think that's injector issues or injector pump, maybe lift pump. But great machine. I mean, it still cuts me tons of wood. Not sure what direction we're going. We got two options here. We're gonna be getting us a new machine. I'm leaning pretty heavy towards the John Deere stuff just because the Timbermatic maps is a selling point for me. You ain't even gonna run it, you crackhead.
Well, Timbermatic is a good selling point.
Timbermatic is a good selling point. Tell them what you said about Timbermatic the other day when you got to coming back and playing with it and everything.
Which part about what I missed the most?
Well, just not necessarily. It don't get to be what you missed the most. Just
it really is helpful. You don't realize how helpful it is until like you don't have it.
Yeah.
You know, it really does slow you down a lot. Stopping and pulling your phone out, loading the map, and sometimes you don't always have the best service. You know,
to even load that map.
Yeah, to load the map. So you might be sitting there 5 minutes trying to load a map to make sure you ain't across the line. You know.
And you got all your measuring tools and everything in there.
Yeah.
And if we are cutting a very borderline specific track, we can mark all that out, and it sets off alarms to where you don't go over. And
that was one of the, even whenever I was working where I was working, I even told them, like, one thing that I missed about out here was the Timbermatic. It really is it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm you know, all y'all know I'm a huge fan of the Timbermatic. Yeah, I got my grip for my phone, and it's, yeah. Anyway, so anyway, she's just starting to develop lots of little issues. We got two things here. Like I said, we can look at brand new machines, really good used machines. I'm looking pretty heavily at the Deere stuff for the Timbermatic purpose. I'm also considering Tiger Cat, but everybody that I know on a personal level, and if we get something, like we're going to get, you know, I'm looking at like the 843, 724s. The little 718 has done a fantastic job. It's all I've ever had for years and years and years, but I'm just thinking time has come to possibly move up to something bigger, because we do a bunch of second thinning, and the little 718s just they don't have the ass behind them to tote the wood and everything like what you need to tote in this bigger second thinning that we get in sometimes. And then there's a possibility with this, you know, thinking ahead here, they're building a new sawmill in town, so there's possibly going to be an opportunity to not clear cut or anything like that, but just work a little bit larger timber from time to time, because we're going to have to be, you know, there's going to be, instead of not being able to thin some of this older timber that we have too thin, we're probably going to be looking at doing a little bit more of that maybe, and then we'll have to be cutting chipping saw out of that as well. Small logs, whatever you want to call it. And so we really need to get another rubber tire, for the simple fact of running a rubber tire is just gobs cheaper. And for example, last year, I haven't sat down and done all the math on everything, but just the simple thing of doing fuel, just simply fuel, before the fuel savings a week, before diesel went stupid this year. It was saving me between, depending on how much I ran it, $600 to $800 a week when I was cutting just my down rows with the rubber tire and doing all thinning with the track machine. So if we had a better rubber tire, instead of running, you know, track shear and rubber tire pretty well all day long, we get to the point where we run track shear, rubber tire shear for a few hours, and then wood whacker boy back here take over on the rubber tire or whatever. Maybe we just be far enough ahead we wouldn't have to cut no more the rest of the day. I can put him on the old loader or, you know, whatever, and he just, I don't know, he can just be my grease monkey by that part of the day, right?
I can go get lunch.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. We can go get lunch and stuff. But we running the rubber tire cutters are just so much more cheaper, especially when it's dry. And I know it's going to get wet, and somebody's going to be like, "Well, you're not going to be able to work the wet ground." And there is a way to do it. We'll put duals front and back of this machine. I already have them. They stay on the mat trailer, but I do have duals for this machine. It'll look just like the skidder down there. There. And you'll lay your trees down kind of like you do with the wheel shear or with the track shear, and you'll keep this machine on top of the wood, and it'll float. It won't be the best, but it will float. And usually, to be perfectly honest with y'all, when we did all the big shovel logging stuff back in the day with the bogey skidders and everything else, we did it all mostly with this machine right here. But once it gets to the point that the rubber tire cutter can't cut just the down row and stay on top of his, I've got the hiccups now, stay on top of his wood and keep the machine afloat, to be honest, it's too wet at that point to be in there fooling around. There were a lot of other things back then, and some of the tracks that I have worked, especially when we started YouTube, I was doing a lot of that just to show y'all what we can do. It's sometimes it comes to a point where that's all you got, and you just got to do it. But more times than not, you know, once it gets to the point that the rubber tire can't stand up cutting down rows, it's too wet for the skidder anyway, because usually by that point, instead of you having a big old thick wall of wood like what that is right there, you're cutting stuff that looks like this back here, and it's spaced all over the place, and you have to have an adequate amount of timber to do all the matting and stuff. So I'm looking, business wise, I'm looking at doing another rubber tire, a better rubber tire, newer rubber tire, whether it's newer, low hour used or brand new.
I got a question.
What do you got?
Old Bertha here, basically old and wore out.
Yep.
Looking for retirement.
Yep.
She's been here since my beginning days, so does that mean that I get to retire with her?
I mean, you can, but people probably gonna come get your truck and your car and your house.
No. I want the retirement check too.
No. That's not how that works. So, anyway, we're in a dilemma where I was not wanting to be put in this position yet. We're starting to see the writing on the walls with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you want to be technical, yeah, I cracked an exhaust pipe a while ago. I'm gonna go get the stuff to fix it, and we'll take care of that over actually we'll do that Monday, because anyway, so we'll do that Monday. But other than that, the machine runs fine. She like I said, she's burning a little bit more diesel. We're starting to have a lot more little knick-knack things go wrong with her, and I'm kind of tired of just doing the knick-knack works. What it really needs is it needs somebody to take $50,000 or so and invest in it. New motor, rebuild the shroud on the saw, pins, bushings, put a new seat in it, replace a few hydraulic lines, and go to town on it. So even though like what it is right now, you take a little small finning job that's only wanting to cut 4-6 loads a day or something like that, or outside, private land, private timber company doing, 8 loads, 8 loads a day, cutting big old logs out of people's yards and stuff like that. Or hell, even if most of those guys ain't even cutting but 3 and 4 loads a day. But you put it on a job where it ain't gonna work but 4 hours a day or so.
Jump on somebody.
Oh God. Anyway, y'all you put it on there, or put it somewhere where it's not going to have to work as hard. Even though I'm not running it all day, when we are running it, it's having to run, and there are days where it's having to run pretty damn steady. So it's I guess that's my second option I didn't get to a minute ago there. It's buy new or rebuild, one or the other. And personally, for my application, doing what we're doing and the amount of wood we're looking to move and everything else, rebuilding with no warranty, I don't feel is best in my interest. But we still ain't made a decision. Who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all. She's getting some little love today. We just changed oil in it yesterday. We got the Schaefer's in it. Got its first oil change. We're fixing to get that. That sample got sent off the other day. She be curious to see what kind of results come back off of that. I mean, she's a good machine. She needs a bath. She needs a bath bad. Most of the dirt and everything, it's been raining on and off this week. It's like it may rain 10 minutes and you have to work through it, and then the rest of the day it's basically raining in the woods because it's just falling from the trees over there and crap. And wood whacker guy got it on it the other day and looked like he flipped it on its side and rolled like a old dead hog or something. It's
I was working.
Some of that. Well, you're probably getting close to better than me now. Some of it is this. This is some of the stuff that needs to be rebuilt on it. This needs to be redone. I just had to take all them covers and everything off, and I just retapped and done all these plates and stuff. And
this right here was custom though. We cut that out.
Yeah.
Better airflow.
Better
aerodynamic.
Better airflow, and it lets the wood chips come out and
yeah.
all that. She's good.
It is OSHA approved.
Yeah, OSHA approved. It's not like that one TikTok guy said he would never cut on his machine because it's not gonna.
Somebody welded on the teeth.
Yeah, because I had to. Oh yeah, y'all didn't get to see that. Y'all remember early? Well, it was last year. We had the saw disc here. Remember, Matthew was running it, and it ripped this tooth off, and we went and hired a welder to welded it up. And it was actually, what was that, about 2 weeks before you started, I think, Brady?
Yeah.
I started noticing cracks right here in this corner and this corner. That's not a crack, it's just a weld overlap. She's just about got down to the point where she's wore back down smooth. I've got some hard facing rods, and if we do keep it, whatever, we're gonna in a not too distant future, we're gonna take this and rebuild up. I need to build up this end right here and just cap all this off and give it a good blunt edge again instead of it being kind of sharp like a knife and wearing extremely fast. But yeah, I welded on my saw disc and put it on TikTok. Somebody was telling me that it was unsafe and not OSHA approved, and if I couldn't afford the $10,000 to put a new disc on it, we didn't need to be logging. So yeah, anyway, just a long rambling video. I told y'all I was going to start trying to do some videos. Some of them going to be great, interesting. Some of them's going to be just talking, keeping y'all informed. Most of y'all that follow me have been following me from the beginning. Some of y'all ain't, whatever. Some of y'all are just solely looking for interesting stuff to keep you entertained for a little while, that's kind of where the TikTok stuff is, what it's doing. This side of the game, I just like kind of filling y'all in. Keeping
YouTube, Doug.
Yeah.
Smart enough for YouTube.
Brady's got a TikTok. You can go find him over there. The Woodwhacker guy. He's got some pretty damn good content, to be honest. He don't even got none of the fancy phone holders and stuff.
I work hard for my videos.
Yeah, he's old school in it like what I was doing there for a while. Need to hook him up with a GoPro. I got 3 of them.
I don't know how to work a GoPro.
Oh, trust me, they're simple. Back when we were first doing all this mess, it weren't nothing to strap a camera on the top of the head up there, and then on the boom, and then in the cab with me. There was one video I put the camera in the cab with me, then I pointed another one through the thinning window, watching the tops, and I was explaining.
Last time I was out here, we put one in the cab on YouTube.
With you?
With me.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was pointed at me. Or
No, it was kind of over your shoulder, facing out.
So, yeah, but that was pretty fun. I don't know. I'm not quite as comfortable talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Like you are, but
it comes with time.
I do enjoy making the TikTok videos though.
TikTok videos are fun. A lot of people ain't catching on with that. TikTok videos are fun, but I'll tell you another thing. A lot of operators won't listen to it. But Mickey, speaking of Goomer, walking back up here, blowing horn and stuff a while ago, he's even said the same thing. Like, we'll take a camera, we'll stick in his loader or on his loader or whatever, and we'll be doing something after, or he'll be watching the video, and he'll say, I didn't even realize I do that. Or, you'll do little things with your hands or different operating things, and you're like, I didn't even know I do that. I'm the same way.
No, I know what I do.
That's not, I've rewatched some of the videos that you've made in the past.
Yeah.
And it's like some of the things that you caught me doing. I was like, how did I even do that?
Yeah. And people used to get so mad, like, especially when I would film you or Matt or something. And it's not that I can't. I don't really know a lot of the loading things like he does to sit there and go, oh, well, if he'd have done this, it'd have helped him there. I would say things and people would be like, if you would be over there and actually trying to help him instead of just sitting there criticizing him.
I don't need no help.
I know you don't. You're the best there already is, sir.
Well,
That's right. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence.
I really don't know what I am. I'm just here because some people say I'm good. Some people say I ain't worth crap. But
I roll
you know
back
what?
over to go back to bed.
I
after
don't
get
lose no
done
sleep,
pissing,
and I
wife
still
make you get
sleep
up and leave.
naked. So not all the time, but sometimes. Whenever I do get to sleep naked, it's comfortable.
So, anyway, that's a long video of rambling. Y'all stay tuned. Who knows what's going to happen with this unit. We got one more truck to load for the week. Call it a week. We're going to let y'all watch that.
What are you doing?
Just a little diesel.
Knowing you could have wiped your butt with that hand or something.
Anyway, y'all just stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to watch the wood stroker guy load a
Wood
truck.
fiddler. He's the wood fiddler guy.
I thought it was wood stroker.
No, he's wood fiddler.
Are you wood fiddler or wood stroker?
I don't give two shits.
Okay. Just as long as you get paid on Friday?
Preferably Thursday night.
Okay. We can make that happen direct deposit, baby.
He's the bush trimmer.
Yeah, we got the bush trimmer.
He's the bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker, that's it. Bushwhacker. We got the wood dragger.
I'm too tired. I'm taking a nap.
Woodwhacker guy.
And the wood fiddler.
I guess.
Anyway. I gotta get back to greasing. I got some stuff I gotta show y'all too. Milwaukee sent some more stuff, and I don't remember if I've showed y'all the grease gun before or not. I know Tim showed y'all the electric grease gun. Yeah, I made some videos on it. Schaefer's grease stuff. We've kind of I've come to the conclusion that we're gonna use gonna stick with the 219 grease for the eliminator bearings, saw bearings, things like that. They got a 229 grease, which is a clean red grease. It's got a little bit of moly in it. We're gonna keep a mixture of that, and I really like the 221 and the 221 and the 260. I think it was 260 grease. I really liked both of those as well, but the 238 has a 5% molybdenum. Michael back here pushing the set. But anyway, the 238's got a 5% molybdenum combination in it. So, yeah. Friday evening, we're just taking our time. I'm actually greasy. Where we were working at, but we were talking about it having all the blowdown and everything else. This one here, I know this little patch right here beside the loader don't look it, but man, let me tell y'all, it's got some dead stuff in it. Kind of same thing with the last one. It's 18 years old, so it was done starting to try to thin itself off. Then the hurricane come in. And the thing with the hurricane that, you know, a lot of people, I guess, have missed, and I guess I've kind of missed on relaying it to y'all, is it's, in a way it makes sense, and in a way it's kind of weird. It was like it's weird to see all of the big trees blown down. So all of your good trees that you'd normally leave are on the ground dead. So now you got you're instead of having a bunch of good trees to work with to make a track look really pretty, you're working with a bunch of junk now. It's like trying to take a turd and polish it. Doesn't matter what you do, it's just gonna look like crap. It's bad windy today. I'm gonna let the wind cool down or stop there for a second. But anyway, I ain't complaining because it's hot and that wind's nice. But anyway, the 3% seems to do okay. I like the 5% mixture better. That red grease though really surprised me on how well it worked. Stayed in pins and stuff, didn't pound out, smash out, all that other stuff. The 248 grease, the yellow grease, I really like it. I really think that would be a really great saw bearing grease. Maybe not so much the eliminator bearing grease, because the saw bearings are not being exposed to water and mud and everything else. The 219 really stays in there. The green grease stays really well in your in your eliminator bearings. That 248 was really stringy, really tacky, and it says it's best for extreme heat conditions, bearings, things like that, and high shock load places. I mean, it sounds like it would be made for saw bearings, but I guess to really do this right, I need to take it apart and see what it looks like inside. But that's a lot of work if you're going to be doing it right, I guess you'd say. Either that or buy a a little bearing dyno or something and fill your grease, your bearing full of the grease, and then run it and just watch and see what it does, you know. So them saw bearings, they're getting hot. Even with proper grease, they're getting hot. And I mean, you think about it, they're constantly being hit and everything going into the trees. It's high shock load. But anyway, I think we're gonna settle down with the 229 would make a good saw bearing grease as well. We're gonna settle down with the 219 grease for bearings, the 229 grease just to kind of do some odd end pins and things. Just a little bit different grease. Like if we want to push, like once a week, I like to take my machines, like with this Milwaukee gun. You can choose your settings. For those of y'all that's never seen it, you can dial in how many pumps it puts in for you. So instead of having to count and all that other mess, I know that's being lazy, but instead of counting your shots of grease going in, it does it for you. And you know, it pumps super fast. So it's just like I have it set to every day I grease my machine, and I put 10 shots of grease. So you can do a whole machine with a half a tube of grease doing that. You don't need a whole tube, you know, you don't need grease shoved out all over the place all the time. I just 10 shots, grease it, go on. Once a week, I do like to take and purge all of my bearings. I mean, not bearings, bushings and stuff like that. So I do like to do that. It's like I said, once a week. What, in my opinion, my theory, whatever you want to call it, what it likes to do is it likes to just push all the sand and dirt and everything else that may have been collected around the grease area all week long and kind of trying to work itself in. You push it completely back out and purge and get, you know, good, fresh, clean grease throughout the pins. So it's my theory on that and why, how, and everything I like to do it. And everybody's got, you do your stuff how you want to do your stuff. I do mine how I want to do mine. Just telling y'all, sharing with y'all how I do mine. Also, but anyway, we're gonna be settling down with the 219, the 229, and I'm pretty certain the 238. He said I really liked the 260. I really liked all of it. I sent a tube of the 260 to sent 2 tubes, I think, to some TikTok mechanic friends, and they've never used Schaefer stuff before. And he's like, man, this is some really good grease, like really good grease. So who knows? I may shock myself. I may buy a little bit of each 260 and 238 and do a better, closer run. You know, grease one machine with or 1 week or 2 weeks grease with 238 grease, and then flush everything with the red grease, and then do 2 weeks of greasing the machine every day with nothing but the 260 grease and see what happens. So, you know, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, guys. Anyway, yeah. Can you remember what I turned this on trying to show you? Oh, it was just showing y'all the loader working. So we're still waiting on Dwayne. As soon as he gets here, we'll watch him and get loaded, and like I said, wrap this video up and call her a week, baby. getting the wood dragger ready for Monday morning. And about 2 more minutes. We'll call this one calf rope done. Another successful week. Thank y'all all so much for following along with us. We greatly appreciate it. If you're not already, give us a follow. Go find us on YouTube if you like our content. We've got longer, in-depth videos over there. Until next week, guys, we'll catch y'all next time.